We are Gold Ivy.
Our mission is to empower you to own and unleash your truth.
Stories of resiliency are gold, and ivy grows in hard places.
Those hard places are what create space for light to shine through.
You decide what works for your daily life and how to transform our lessons into your gold.
This is Ivy Unleashed,
a Gold Ivy production. One of our most popular episodes was with Jessie Golden, the creator of our new favorite and life-changing skincare line, The Golden Secrets.
You've probably seen us post about it because we take it everywhere with us, but we wanted to fill you in on exactly what we're using and the results we're seeing with this sustainable, fair trade, and cruelty-free skincare and wellness line.
Jessie mentioned that the one thing she'd take to a deserted island is her Heal oil. So with her incredible looking skin, I jumped in and bought it right away. I'm using the Heal oil as a moisturizer at the end of my skincare routine, or if I'm in a rush and only use one product after cleansing, it's the Heal oil. I also use it right before my new gua sha routine. The Golden Secrets has a gua sha tool called the Sorceress Stone Gua Sha Beauty Tool. It's an ancient holistic facial massage tool that enhances your skincare routine by increasing blood flow, circulation, and nutrients to brighten the complexion and tone, and it lifts the facial muscles naturally. Jessie says, this is the one beauty tool, hands down, that has made the greatest impact on my skin. It has helped retrain the way the patterns of my face, muscles, and skin function. I'm already seeing more definition in my jawline and cheekbones, which is so exciting. Jessie provides tutorials on exactly how to use all of her tools and products. So as a person who's notorious for knowing nothing about skincare, The Golden Secrets has been my favorite discovery.
And for me, I've spent years getting back my health. And because of that, I take what I put in and on my body very serious. I can say without a doubt that the Golden Secrets is the only skincare products I will use in the future. I swear by the Heal oil, the Youth Beauty Face Oil, coconut lip balm, and will soon have every product on my bathroom sink.
The Golden Secrets is rooted in nature, ancient wisdom, and organic beauty. Jessie Golden thrives on making skincare and wellness products that benefit everybody.
We're thrilled that we have a discount code you can use to save money when you shop The Golden Secrets. Use code GOLDIVY for 10% off today and keep watching us at Gold Ivy Health Co. on all social channels as we continue to share our amazing results with the Golden Secrets skincare line.
You can find the link and code in the show notes of this episode.
If you're a regular listener of the show or you follow us on social media, you know I, Brooke, just ran my first marathon and Andrea ran her 22nd state in her goal to run a marathon in every state. How did I go from barely getting out of bed to being able to run 26.2 miles? A customized training plan and coaching with Andrea. With my health concerns, it was important for me to make sure I crossed that finish line safely and confidently.
We are so excited to announce that we are now offering customized training plans. Whether you're wanting to run a 5K, 10K, half, or full marathon, we've got you covered. Get your customized training plan plus coaching to get you race ready and keep you motivated along the way. Prior to receiving your training plan, you will meet with me, Andrea, for a 15-minute call to discuss your goals, race details, and schedule your 3 coaching calls. You will receive a training plan for your race, tailored to your schedule, endurance, and cross-training preferences like yoga, biking, strength, or whatever movement you enjoy.
Coaching throughout your training will provide accountability, safety, and inspiration to keep you pursuing your training and race goals. With Andrea, you will connect your mind and body to maximize your race experience. And if you're looking for a custom training plan without coaching, we're offering that as well. Head over to the shop page on our website, goldivyhealthco.com, to learn more and get you across that finish line.
And now to this episode of the Ivy Unleashed podcast.
Welcome back to the Ivy Unleashed podcast. It's summer, it's chaotic and busy, and finding time to get movement in is a challenge for a lot of people. Our clients, we're hearing it all over. And so we wanted to share some tips on how to get movement in at home, regardless if it's your jam or not, if you're drawn to it, and how to drop the excuses.
Yes, I think everybody has this vision of what they think it should look like. Like it's got to be 72 and sunny, outside, a little bit of wind coming at your face, or I don't want it.
Which, don't get me wrong, that shit sounds nice.
It does sound nice, but it's just not reality. It's humid or it's raining, it's snowing or it's really windy. It's, there's so many factors that play into this. And like the secret and the key sauce to all this is like, no matter where you're at, fit in a little bit. Like it does have value, and it doesn't have to be this like full blown, I'm sweating, I got my full cardio, my full strength. It can be really small to show yourself like, this is just something I do every day. Like I just fit in a little something every day. Doesn't matter what it is. And if you have that mentality, the excuses, they sound ridiculous because it's like, I'm only asking myself to fit in 1/6 of an hour and there's 24 of them. Like this is going to benefit you in so many ways. And we know this, but we come up with a million reasons not to do it.
Yeah. I talk to so many people, and I know you do too, who they're such all or nothing thinkers. And like, we're all guilty of this. And they say, I don't have 60 minutes. I don't have 30 minutes. And I say, well, do you have 5? Well, yeah, but what's the point? Well, the point is you're elevating your heart rate. You are getting in an elevated state. So your mood is shifting. You're getting some endorphins. You're showing yourself that I am worth taking care of.
Yes. And you're building that muscle of that repetitive nature you want with exercise. Because the second you start saying, well, not today, well, it's, whatever the excuse is, it is so easy to have another excuse tomorrow or later. It's just like, pick a day that you are not going to have an excuse. Doesn't matter what comes up. You're going to find the time and then do it again and do it again. Not that you can't have grace in it, but it's just like, we've got to get over this whole thing that we're doing with all these excuses, with not moving our body. It's like the one thing that can really shift our energy and our mood, our mental health. I mean, it's crucial.
Yeah. And I think in my experience and women I've spoken to, it's I exercise way too much and I burn out, or I'm not moving at all. And there's no happy medium. And when Andrew and I launched Move with GOLDIVY, our virtual fitness platform, we wanted that middle ground of how do we get people to get the results without burning out, without hating what they're doing, without being able to stick to a plan. We know that as we age, we lose muscle. There's so many benefits of strength training. And so that's a lot of our workouts are strength focused, but they're also cardio. Cardio is important. I am obsessed with yoga and Pilates. There's yoga and Pilates in there. There's stretching. There's a well-rounded workout that people can get. And depending on what you feel like doing, there's something for everyone. There's also a plan to follow. So knowing that it can look so many different ways when it comes to movement, the goal that I like to tell people, the goal is just to move more. More. What does more look like for you that you can commit to?
Yeah, because right now, if you get up to move, it's more than you were 5 minutes ago. Like, it doesn't need to be anything extreme. And I think it's what is going to draw you to it. Like, because everyone's different. Like, knowing it's available and it's cheap and it's something that we created that's great doesn't always get you to do it, right? Like, is it a room you need to pick out to like enjoy it more that has natural light? Is it doing it outside? Is it having a cute outfit you want to wear? Is it thinking about, your body, that you have this goal to be in a swimsuit or something that motivates you that will get you to do it? Like, you have to get into your brain and think about, and maybe journal, what do I want to do this for? Like, what's going to draw me to this routine I'm coming back to? Because you know yourself best. Do a little bit of digging of like, what's going to get me to do 10 minutes a day? Like, what would that be?
And what Andrew's really talking about is how we form habits, right? You need clarity on why you want to do it. If it's, I know I should, you're not going to do it. No. If you're not clear on when you're doing it, when it's getting done in your routine, you're not going to do it. Oh, I'll do it 5 times a week. Okay, but when are you doing it 5 times a week? Are you doing it 5 minutes because that's doable for you to start with, and you're doing it on a work break at 10 a.m. because you work from home, and I know I don't have to wake up earlier, and I don't have to wait until the end of the day, right? So clarity on why you're doing it, when you're doing it, and then also you're kind of talking about making it a ritual. So where in your house are you doing this? You're romanticizing the idea. You're wearing a cute set. You have this morning routine where you wake up. As you're icing your face, you're making your pre-workout, you're going to your room that is dedicated, that space, you're rolling out your yoga mat, and you're doing it every day or every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, making it feel like it's not a chore. It's a lifestyle. We get to move. And you know you feel good after you move. So what is it going to take for you to show up for yourself?
Yeah, I love that idea. But I also love the flip script where that's what works really well for you, because you like to have it be this like self-care, beautiful thing. And I like it where it's like, I don't give a crap what I look like. I'm going to stumble into my home gym. I'm not going to look in the mirror because it's not going to be cute. And I'm just going to get it done. And I'm not going to think about it. Because like for me, having all those things in place is like almost an excuse not to do it too. Like if I'm not in the mood to like roll out the mat and have the good music or, you know, whatever it is to romanticize it, I feel like creating that flexibility of, you know, what kind of person am I? Like, do I want to have a cute outfit, or is that going to be another excuse for me not to do it? You know, and for me, it would be like, when am I going to go shopping? I don't want to spend money, you know?
Yeah, but it could also be, I'm putting this out the night before. Like, that's what I do. So I don't have to think about it. I put my electrolytes on top of my counter. So I'm exhausted when I wake up, yes, but I have these all laid out for me that I'm like, I know what comes next in this routine. And that's what drives me forward, because I've set myself up for success.
Yeah. And I just think it's having that flexibility of knowing where you're at, because sometimes you're coming back from a trip and you don't have electrolyte mix, or you don't have, you know, you're a disheveled mess, but you got to get your movement in, because that's going to help you get back on track with your mental health when you've been out of your routine, right? Like having that flexibility of tomorrow, what's going to get me to do it? Or in the next couple hours, I am not feeling up for this. What's going to get me to follow through with these 10 minutes at home? I've been sitting in my chair working for 4 hours. I need to do something. What's going to get me up to do it? And maybe it's literally not thinking about it and just going. Like the 5-second rule from Mel Robbins. I was
just
like,
going to say that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you're out of your chair. Go.
Yeah.
You know.
And when I was super depressed, what worked well for me, because I knew if I moved, I would be a new person. But anyone listening who struggled with depression, you know that it feels like so much work. You just feel stuck. Like showering feels like a lot of work. Even though you know it'll make you feel better, it's like this force that you just can't break through. And so for me, it was, I'm going to lay in bed and I'm just going to stretch. Like I can still lay in bed. And sometimes it was, I can't even think about pressing play or driving to the gym, but I'm just going to go for a walk outside. I don't need anything. I don't have to think about playing a podcast. I just have to one foot in front of the other. And that ties back into the idea that it's so different for everyone. Like walking is one of the most underrated things we can do for ourselves. It is so, so beneficial. And most of us don't get enough steps in. And then they argue 10,000 steps. Someone made that up. And there's no way I can hit that. And guess what? You're right. If you are doing 5,000 steps right now, can you aim to do 6,000? Maybe you like gamifying things and that works well for you. Maybe you're like, screw that. I just need to get up every hour. I'm going to set an alarm and I'm going to move every hour. You don't have to have this beautiful home gym, an ideal setup that in your mind is, I don't have that, so I can't start yet. Today's episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Every episode of Ivy Unleashed is dedicated to empowering you to take ownership of your health. And what it really comes down to is prioritizing your mental health.
We've both seen the beauty and growth that therapy can bring and are thrilled to partner with BetterHelp to allow you the opportunity to feel heard and seen by a professional. The National Alliance on Mental Health reports that 155 million people live in a designated mental health professional shortage area, and BetterHelp is working to close that gap.
I've personally used BetterHelp and loved it because it was all online, making it super convenient. The biggest piece for me was how affordable it is. I was able to choose the therapist that met my needs. I came in with wanting to work on childhood trauma and anxiety, and it was unbelievable to see how many options I had with all the different backgrounds of therapists.
With BetterHelp, you have access to a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists. Therapy is all about deepening your self-awareness. And sometimes we can't see our own patterns and behaviors until we talk them out and get an unbiased perspective.
It's really nice to have someone who doesn't know you and has the professional background to help you thrive in your daily life. It has made the world of a difference with every relationship in my life, including the one with myself.
To get started, all you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire about your needs and preferences and choose your therapist out of the options they give you. You can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable, whether it's via text, chat, phone, or video call. Also, you can switch therapists at no additional charge until you find the right fit for you.
The best investment you can make is in yourself. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/goldivy. That's betterhelp.com/goldivy.
Take the first step to inner peace and freedom today. And now back to the show. Yeah, like all these ideas we're giving you are not to overwhelm you with like what you could or should be doing. Like that should game creates shame. And when you have shame, you're going to get paralyzed and you're not going to be able to shift into this movement that you want, right? Like, so all of these ideas are not to be like what I should be doing. Oh, Brooke's doing that. Andrew's doing that. It's more like, what would work for you? Like what would just make this become more of your routine? And making sure you do have some strength in your routine, making sure you do have some cardio. If you need help, if you need something to fall back on, that's why we're here. That's why we created Move, is exactly that. It's just so that you have that in your back pocket. It's cheap, it's accessible, it's the dream. We wanted to create something that's like, how do I even get started with this? We have motivational videos that are also included in Move. You can listen to help promote this mental health push to get you moving.
Yeah. And I love group fitness. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a group fitness instructor. There is something about going into a room with a bunch of people. There's energy, driving to the gym. But quite frankly, that's not a lot of our reality. Like myself included, like Andrew and I are very busy. And so we fit in movement where we can. Yes, I love going to the gym in the morning, but if that doesn't happen, I can get movement in throughout the day. I know I can. I don't have to rely on that hour workout, even though I love it. Being realistic. And for a lot of people listening, you may think, yeah, like it's really hard for me to get to the gym or to commit. I have littles at home. I don't have the money right now. There's a million different things. And summer is very busy. So sticking to that schedule too in the summer is tough. And so this is for those people who are like, yes, that's me. I can feel good we just released a 7-minute work break energy boost that is so timely. We have never, as a culture, been more sick, more anxious, more stressed, more tired, more fill in the blank.
Tied to screens.
Thank you. And we all have 7 minutes where we can hit pause on our work, go move, come back with more focus, more energy, be more productive. And our employers want that. They want you to be like, whoa, take care of you. And if they don't, that's a whole nother story. But you deserve to take a break. Take time out of your day to pour into you. There are so many benefits. If you want to live longer, if you want to have a better quality of life, and you don't need 60 plus minutes of intensity, of hating your life, of not being able to walk the next day.
And maybe the group fitness will come down the road. But if you really get honest with yourself, how often is that happening? How often am I getting to the group fitness class that I am glorifying? That's the reason I'm not exercising, because I love that. Are you going? Is it happening?
Yeah.
And if the answer is no, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up. It might just not be the season for that to happen. Give yourself a baby step that can actually still transform you, mentally and physically. And we try and give that group vibe too with Move. Is like, there's 2 of us. So there's 3 of us total at least. Maybe invite your kids to join you. Maybe you don't want that. I don't know. I know that's one of the barriers, is like, people are like, I don't want to be around my kids. I don't want my kids in the room. And it's like, okay, ideally, right. But if you do it 5 to 6 days a week, there's going to be some days maybe they won't be in the room. Or it might be great for them to see you exercising in the room. Maybe they'll see you doing it, want nothing to do with you, and leave. Maybe they'll ask for their 16th snack of the day. You never know. But like, it is good for them to see you working out at home. Going for a walk with them, doing some strength training, putting in some push-ups before you take a shower. Your kids are going to be curious and be like, why are you doing that? And you can say exactly what Brooke said. I'm going to live longer. I want to be stronger. I want to boost my metabolism. I want to be able to do things with you and to live a long life so that I can be there for you. So I don't get injured when I grab the wagon off the wall in the garage. Like, fill in the blank. Your kids need to see you exercising. So it is great to have the escape and go for the run away from home. It is great to go to the group fitness class. Yes. But maybe supplement it with some things at home that you can do around your family or together as a family, because you're creating that culture of wellness that they can carry on with their children and their children's children.
And if you still want time alone, maybe you decide right now that I'm going to make the commitment to get up before my kids and just see how it feels. This isn't I have to do it forever, but maybe you realize, oh, it is so worth going to bed a little earlier, getting up a little earlier so I can be on offense with my time. I can have time to pour into me to get this done with so I don't have to worry about exercise throughout the day.
And have more energy, even though you will be tired getting up 15 minutes earlier. It's just 15 minutes, right? Unless you were up 15 times in the middle of the night. Different story. But those 15 minutes like convert exponentially throughout your day with your patience with your children, with the amount of compassion you can have for the tantrum they're throwing, or compassion for your spouse or people in general. Like knowing that I did have some time for me. I did do something for myself, because, you know, I'm at home right now with my kids in the summer and I can feel resentful when there's something I want to be doing and I'm doing this instead. You know, it's just human nature. You know, we have an idea of what we want to be doing and we end up doing 64 things for other people. You know, a little bit of resentment comes with that. And so this is a way to kind of, like you said, be on offense with that. So you're not so resentful or feeling angry or impatient or fill in the blank.
I love that. Something that's coming to mind too is the accountability piece, right? When you are starting a new habit and when you want to work from home, taking out the workout piece, I think just working from home takes a different level of dedication and determination and willpower, because there's, to what you just said, a million different things we could be doing. Same for working out. If you're working out in your house, there's a million other things you could be doing. And so holding yourself accountable, whether it is you're going to incentivize yourself, and once you hit 5 days working out from home, even if it is 5 minutes, you are going to book that massage. Or accountability could look like, I'm going to tell my best friend, or you're going to sign up with Move, and you have us to hold you accountable, and you have that plan, taking the guesswork out of it. But also, what you pay for, you pay attention to. When you are doing a YouTube workout, something that's free, I love it. I'm not knocking it. But when you pay for something, there is that commitment. There is that accountability of, I'm paying for this. I want to use it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to show up. And there's other people that are helping hold me accountable too.
Well, and that's why people keep their gym membership for like 2 years, because they're like, no, I'm paying for it. So I know I've got to get back there. I'm paying for it. And so, yeah, to have something a little bit less expensive that you can take with you anywhere with your phone, your computer, is a brilliant choice.
Yeah, we wanted to use this episode today, short, sweet, to empower you to move. It is so important. It affects your mental health, your physical health. It affects everyone around you. And it doesn't take much. And we hope this inspired a handful of ideas. And get honest with yourself right now of, what is one thing I can do to set me up for success, to move me in the direction I want to go. And if it is Move with GOLDIVY, we would love to have you as a member. And so just check it out.
Yes.
If you need an idea, that is ours for you today.
Yeah. And the second part of that is to get really honest with yourself, like Brooke said, and to own, what am I saying to myself? What is the excuse? What stops me from fitting in movement more? And just allow it to be. We all do it. Mm-hmm. Allow that excuse to surface. And get honest with yourself if that needs to exist, right? And how we're going to shut that down. The more we can shut down these excuses and really connect with taking better care of ourselves, using these resources, using the accountability and the support, like Brooke said, you deserve this. You're worthy of this time. We want you to feel amazing.
Yeah, and those are your 3 gold stars, right? Number 1 is get honest with yourself. What is the story you are telling yourself? Number 2 is, what is your next move? Is it, all right, I'm going to go buy a set of weights? Is it, I'm going to put 5 minutes on my calendar to walk every day? And number 3 is visit goldivyhealthco.com/move. It's going to be in the show notes. Just click it and try a free week of Move. There you can learn what our workouts are like for free. You can follow the weekly plan so you don't have to think about it. And just give yourself the gift. It's free.
And your piece of gold comes from GOLDIVY Health Co. Drop the excuses and move toward the vibrant life you deserve. This is GOLDIVY signing off.
Listen to your truth and go chase your gold. thank you and encourage you to celebrate yourself for taking the time to learn and get inspired in your one beautiful life. And if this podcast means something to you, it would mean so much to us if you'd be willing to take 30 seconds to help support our mission to keep bringing you inspiring stories and guests.
First, following the podcast is important because it helps you never miss an episode. To do this, just go to the Ivy Unleashed podcast show page on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and then just tap the plus sign in the upper right-hand corner or click on follow.
While you're there, if you'd be so kind to give us a 5-star rating and review and share your favorite episode with a friend, we'd be so grateful for your support.
We are thrilled you're here and are so happy that you're taking time to prioritize your wellness, self-discovery, and growth with us.
The Ivy Unleashed podcast is produced in partnership with J. Gray Podcast Production.